My name is Kevin Nix, and welcome back to Frontstretch 5. In honor of the late Cale Yarborough, here are 5 of his most iconic moments in NASCAR.
Number 1. All 500 laps led. As of this video's production, Cale Yarborough is the only NASCAR driver to lead all 500 laps of a race. Other drivers like Jeff Burton have led flag to flag, but no driver has led as many as 500 laps from start to finish. At the 1973 spring race at Bristol, Cale Yarborough started on the pole, led lap 1, then all 499 laps after that one. The final margin of victory was more than 2 laps over Richard Petty, but even more impressive was his 16-lap gap over 4th place Dave Marcus and 5th place Benny Parsons, the 1973 champion. This was a stomping of historic proportions, not one we will likely ever see again.
A happy Cale Yarborough drives into victory lane. Due to rain, it took him 2 weeks to win the Southeastern 500, and that's nothing compared to the long, dry spell he had racing with USAC. But he's home now, and this race just shows you what red gravy, black-eyed peas, and grits can do for a Southern boy.
Number 2. 3 straight titles. Before Jimmy Johnson set a record likely never to be broken with the current playoff format, Cale Yarborough became the first driver to win 3 consecutive championships. After winning his first title in 1976, he repeated as champion in 1977 and 78, winning 28 times in this 3-year stretch. This included winning the 1977 Daytona 500 and a 1978 Southern 500. Before this stretch, Yarborough also finished second in the 1974 series standings, where he won 10 times that season. He nearly won the championship 4 times in 5 seasons, and he accomplished something done by neither Dale Earnhardt nor Richard Petty. Number 3. The fight. It is impossible to talk about Cale Yarborough without highlighting his biggest fight, one of NASCAR's greatest moments. The 1979 Daytona 500 was the first NASCAR race televised live, flag to flag, its significance amplified by the blizzard coating the East Coast with snow. The race, which aired on CBS, became the top sporting event that day, which saw millions of people exposed to NASCAR for the first time. On the final lap of the Daytona 500, Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison banged doors several times down the backstretch while going for the lead. The two got hooked together going into turn 3, and they hit the outside wall before sliding back down the track. After both vehicles stopped, Cale and Donnie started the most famous brawl in the sport's history. They exchanged punch after punch, with Bobby Allison joining the fray. Richard Petty, over a mile behind Cale and Donnie at the start of the crash, passed them both to win his 7th and final Daytona 500. Ken Squire's call of this fight will forever be remembered.
186 career, and there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have lost. And what a bitter defeat.
A couple of very hard men, very hardly upset. And Bobby Allison is stopped by his brother to help. There's Bobby Allison's car, number 15.
They're leading them away.
Darrell, Cale Yarborough there. Very upset, very upset.
Number 4. 1983 Daytona 500. One of Cale Yarborough's greatest individual performances was his victory in the 1983 Daytona 500. During single-car qualifying for the event, he set the fastest lap of the session on his first lap of 200.503 miles per hour. This lap made Yarborough the first person to ever break the 200-mile-per-hour barrier at Daytona. On his second lap, trying to push the car harder, he lost control in turns 3 and 4 and spun around, hitting the outside wall roof first. He was uninjured, but the car was destroyed. For his backup car, he retrieved a show car that was sitting in front of a Hardee's restaurant for more than a month, swapped the engine in it overnight, and made it to the racetrack in time for the race. He quickly charged through the field and claimed the victory, his 3rd of 4 in the Great American Race.
There's 98 Joe Ruttman into second place. Ruttman's going high, and here comes Cale trying to throw the block. He gets up there.
Going under Ruttman again as they come off full.
Down they come for the finish. Here comes Baker on the outside. Bill Elliott. 3 cars side by side fighting at the line. Cale Yarborough does it.
Number 5. Winning as a car owner. After his racing career came to a close, Cale Yarborough ventured into team ownership. He mainly fielded the number 98 car in a one-car effort from 1987 to 1999. He occasionally raced in the car himself, but primarily employed drivers including Dale Jarrett, Jeremy Mayfield, Derek Cope, and Rick Mast. However, it was the late John Andretti who secured Cale his only win as an owner. A late caution in the 1997 Pepsi 400 prompted a one-lap shootout, and Andretti restarted as the leader. He held off Terry Labonte with Sterling Marlin and Dale Earnhardt ranking behind Andretti as the field crashed behind them. Yarborough was a winner in NASCAR one last time, this time as a car owner after 85 wins as a driver.
Mark Marks, let's see who wins this race. Clouds on the side. Here we come off the line. It's going to be John Andretti winning and Terry Labonte finishing second. The battle for third goes to Sterling Marlin with Earnhardt fourth and Jarrett fifth.
Nobody in NASCAR was tougher than Cale Yarborough. Nobody in the sport had more grit. Rest in peace, Cale Yarborough. You will be missed by all within the sport. Thank you all for watching.
This is Harrison Burton, driver of the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these two videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.